Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. This is a new show. Hopefully I'm going to try and do this every Wednesday. Some content. Obviously we have the previews, we have Ask Luke series, we have the podcast, but this is something new, current affairs stuff. And I'm going to call it the Wednesday Whisper. Unless you can think of anything cooler, with a bit of alliteration. The Wednesday Whisper. I thought that sounds quite good, because usually little whispers on Twitter or whispers on certain websites or whispers from certain people about what's going on in the West Ham world. This week, obviously, some of the main things is it looks like top four is over now, unfortunately. The result against Everton was, a real downer this on the weekend, after, such a heroic campaign. We just ran out of steam and didn't have enough. And then obviously we was all, had our hopes on Manchester United to do Leicester last night. And that wasn't the case. And obviously Leicester came out the winners, which makes it's not officially over, but you may as well say it is. For it to happen now, I believe Leicester have to lose all their games, which is 2. We have to win all of ours. And I think Liverpool have to lose to Manchester United or drop points at some point in their last few games. Tough. Can happen. Could happen. Unlikely though. So enough on that. But not the end of the news that will make us angry or whatever. So there's a lot of smidging little rumours about, hearing from certain websites that Sullivan is putting the feeders out in terms of the same old spiel of we haven't got any money. We haven't got enough money to buy Lingard. We haven't got the money to buy Abrahams. We haven't got the money for this and that. It's led to believe that there's a £50 million transfer budget, which technically would only be 20 million more than this 30 million that was supposed to be there for a striker. So he's only adding in 20 million to the kitty. That's very Sullivan-like. Lots of rumours that it'll be mainly loans, and then obviously anything he makes off Anderson, maybe Yarmolenko as well. Like I say, it's not the amount of money that you spend, it's how you spend it. I believe that, if David Moyes was given 100 million, he probably wouldn't spend all of it. He probably would, don't get me wrong, he could spend it. He would go and get the striker he really wants, probably the midfielder he really wants. But, he won't spend 40 million on a striker just because he can spend 40 million on a striker. Like with Pellegrini spending 40 million on Haller or, 40 million on Felipe Anderson. I don't think Moyes would do that just for the sake of spending the money. If it was, 40 million for Abrahams, but El Nesri's 30 million, for example, he'd go and get El Nesri because he probably is the better player. The Lingard one, listen, if we don't sign him, it's just a joke, Different if Man United start playing games, that's a different story, He's only got a year left on his contract, so if they want any sort of money for him, and I'm talking, around that 20-25 million pound mark, if we do not go and make that deal, it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We've seen his impact. Obviously, he's tailed off a little bit recently, but that's just what happens, Unless you're, super duper world class, you're not going to do it every single week. As Gonzo said, your name's Messi or Ronaldo if you do it every single week. He should be the first signing done as soon as that window opens, and no messing around and games. Just get it done. Pay whatever it needs. Moyes clearly wants him. And actually back a man that's done wonderful things this year. Whatever happens now, whatever happens, we've broke our win record. Probably a good chance we'll go and do the points one as well. Done the away record. Like, what more does this man have to do? And that leads quite well into the next topic of the Wednesday Whisper, is David Moyes' contract. Loads and loads of rumours that, it's up in the air because David wants, more control over transfers and stuff and what to say, and, obviously his team and building something, what a good club would do, give their manager, trust their manager. I think there's no, you know, the classic saying, no smoke without fire. I believe there's something in this. The fact that the deal has not been signed yet, you know, after he's gone and broke our win record, you know, secured our safety, you know, hopefully, you know, secured a good top 6 finish. You know, why is that? Why have they not thrown that contract at him and, you know, gone, look, Dave, whatever you want, bush, sign it. It does concern me. It really, really does concern me that he hasn't signed yet. You know, with Celtic sniffing and, you know, he's a wanted commodity again now. You know, his stock has risen massively. This is not the David Moyes that, you know, 12 months ago, whatever it was, 18 months ago, where he hadn't had a job since the last time he was at West Ham and was seen as, you know, a bit of a, you know, past it, a dinosaur. You know, this guy's proved that he can, you know, save the team from relegation, turn them around with a really thin squad, with a thin budget. He's a wanted commodity, this guy now. If he doesn't get what he wants, I would fully respect him to walk away. Honestly, I'd have utmost respect for David Moyes if he doesn't get what he wants, like, you know, within reason, obviously, that he walks away, because he will get a job somewhere else, and the West Ham fans will back him to the helm anyway. And listen, if David Moyes does walk away, that screams a lot, you know, in terms of this GSB out movement. That plays right into our hands in terms of even more fuel to throw at them, you know, in terms of not having the financial resources to take us on, not backing managers when they've delivered. And what I fear for David is if he's not backed properly, it will be that he's hung out to dry in 18 months' time, and it won't be totally all of his fault, because these guys are just so tight. So yeah, we wait and see on that. We wait and see what happens with Moyes. I think, you know, if he signs a contract, you know, I think he would have been, you know, fairly promised a decent little package for, you know, the transfer market and going forward. But we know that Sullivan loves playing it like Championship manager and buying players and thinking he's, you know, some super scout. I'll be very, very frustrated though. Very, very disappointed. Very angry if Moyes doesn't sign a new contract now. He's turned us all around. He's building something. You can tell he's a fantastic coach, and his team of coaches around him, you know, are doing magnificent things at West Ham. So, listen, if you haven't got the funds, guys, sell. That's all I can say. Sell the club. Do us all a favour. Let someone in there who wants to, you know, put some money into the club and push it further. I think we've still got them for at least another 2 years, though, unfortunately. You know, 2023 is that famous year where they don't have to pay any percentage to Newham Council. Yeah, so at least another 2 years of them, I think. And I think the problem with us at the moment is it's not a seller's market. You know, they won't get what they expected at the moment because of all the COVID and all that stuff. So it's not in their right sense to sell. And I'm talking, you know, Manchester United, they don't want to sell. There's people that want to buy because you could probably get a good deal on them at the moment. But yeah, frustrating. Yeah, so not much happy stuff this week in terms of the new show, the Wednesday Whisper. There is some one thing I will finish on though, with you know, minute left to go. Apparently, X has said that the new West Ham home shirt will be based on the Fila kit, which Paolo Di Canio scored his famous scissor kick. You know, my hero, Paolo. Listen, I'll be all over that West Ham shirt if that is the case. So that is some nice news. And apparently, the away kit is maybe the kit that Paolo scored the famous goal at Old Trafford. That's one of the potential kits, the lovely navy blue kit of that year. So that would be nice as well. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Like I say, try and keep these videos out, you know, once a day or one every other day. You know, I love talking to you guys. If you've got any questions for Ask Luke, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And give me some topics, you know, that we can cover it throughout the week. You know, just comment on the videos, or, you know, tweet me and just say, oh, Luke, put that in your Wednesday whispers. You know, love it talking to you guys. Hopefully I'll do a live show tomorrow, build up to the Brighton game. Until next time, guys, come on you irons, keep believing. Let's go.